Highest number goes first. The PoolCube leg. 8. 8, do it again. Another 8. Crazy 8s. 1. Mika, you're going first. That means you roll, set the point. Yep, roll a number. Lose your break. Gee, that's tough luck, Mika. That's what happened to Ralph. It gives you. Roll it. It's your roll. It's going to be lose your break again. 4. Number's 4. 4 chips.
What's that? Oh, that's what.
First one that wins all the chips wins the money. It's all about the money. It's all about the chips. It's all about the money. You're welcome to check the rack anytime you want. The breaker is... The breaker can check the rack anytime you want.
All right, go ahead. You got it.
All right, let's rock and roll. Shit happens. These will be Johnny's chips.
Johnny.
These will be Mika's chips.
What's that? Doubling. What do they do? They got that?
Okay. Mika doubled. Johnny folded. Johnny owes Mika 4 chips.
That's mine over here?
That's yours. Wait a minute. No, you're over here. Same side you were before, so we don't get confused.
All right, should I toss this first?
He's going to be on that side. 2. Here we go, Mika. You rolled it first.
I did?
Yeah, it rolled first. But try to get a little more action on it.
Yeah.
2 chips. All right, we're finally getting it going here. This is the second rack of 3 with the small blind cube. And it looks like Mika's going to come up dry. No, it's recording on that. It goes directly to that. Can't do both at the same time, unfortunately. Not with the kind of money I have. And we got a double. Johnny's being aggressive. He's going to double Mika from 2 to 4. right, Johnny is going to put the extension tube on so we can reach that 3 ball. I want to see what he's going to do to get shape on the 4 though. This should be interesting. High left. Going to bring it back down. And looks like he got it. Looks like he got it. It must be from an old vacuum cleaner. They usually are. I don't know if anybody makes those things or not, but natural shape for the 5. This will require letting the cue ball go a little bit, letting Whitey run to come down the table and back up for that 6. Anything can happen. You've got to avoid that 10 ball. And you've got to stay away from the 9 and the 8. So this shape is usually pretty supernatural, so he'll probably pull it off, but there are perils here. Looks like he did that the hard way, but he did it. Looks like there's a pretty natural run out here, unless he comes in low for that 8 ball. But I'm sure he won't. High English. Ooh, one more turn and he hooked himself behind the 9. These tables are rolling fast. Mika doesn't even want to watch it over there, but down for the 10 and 4 chip payout. Okay, what number rack was that? 2 or 3? 2. That was 2. Okay, one more with the small blind. Pay the man, pay the man. Take your money. Got to get paid first, Johnny.
All right.
The first thing is getting paid.
That was a double, wasn't it?
No, it was at 4.
You doubled 2? Sure.
You doubled from 2 to 4. $16. That's the biggest number on a small blind. Perfect rack every time. Okay, no betting in this one, you're already at the max. Just a big rack. Hey Johnny, when you're moving this around, make sure you don't leave it over the edge of the pocket. That'd be a foul on you if you did it.
This spot is like a little bit off. Tempo keeps going down. So just
Right. He thinks that's by my. He says this 10 ball keeps going here. That might be off a little bit.
Yeah, get him pushed up.
Well, next time just check the cut.
Well, just be sure and check the rack. Make sure it's. I didn't see any slices or.
That double is like already maxed. Like,
All right.
hey, maxed out, right? Double. Okay.
It's at the max. It's at the max. Oh, Mika's going for the combination. No, he's not. He looked like it. That would have surprised me if he'd have gone for the 10. These guys usually don't like to do that. They like to run out. Uh-oh. Well, let's see if he can hook him. He doesn't have a shot-making attempt, but he might be able to play a safety somehow. At least he's at the table, though. That's the important thing. Mika's not at the table, and Johnny is. Things happen on this Bigfoot that don't happen on 9-footers. It's really a test of their skills when they jump to this bigger table. A lot of people think it's going to be the trend to have 10-foot tables because the pros are getting so good they make 9-foot tables look like bar boxes anymore. Johnny's weighing his options. This is not an easy situation. He's going to call the bank back down the corner. Not a lot of room with that 8-ball and 5-ball out there. This would have to be perfect.
Do they have to make a bet every time they're shooting?
I'm calling the game. I really can't tell you. You'll have to just pay attention and listen to me.
I'm trying. All right,
yeah.
I'm trying to figure it out. All right, come on.
To answer the question, they only make a bet. Right now they can't make a bet because it's already at the highest number.
I got you.
All right, Mika's got an issue here. He doesn't have a real shot on the 3-ball. He's going to try and play safe. Try and leave the ball down, hide it behind the 4. And he hit it behind the 7, just as good, just as good. So what will Johnny do here? And this is an important racket, 16 points just before we go to the big blind. The big blind has a high value of 32, so you don't want to go into it short stacked. So this is right now the chips are pretty even. They might be exactly even. So whoever wins this is going to have a 16 chip edge going into the big blind. And he misses it. Falling hand for Mika, very important for Mika. Now Mika should run out from here. It is a 10-footer, but the balls are all clear, and he certainly is a master at shooting shape. But now he's got to worry about the 6-ball. He'll probably just stop it right here and take the 6-ball in the right-hand corner. Oh, called that one right. Nicely back down for the left corner pocket. 8-ball is in the bag. Well, Mika won the battle of safes. Oh man, he just barely got away from being hooked on the 9-ball. You can see it in his taking that deep breath there. Nicely coming out for the 9. Very important rack. Very important rack. 10 balls a lock in the corner. Mika got knocked out in the second round of the Diamond 10-ball open yesterday, so that made him available. And Johnny lost after, I think, on his 3rd attempt in the single elimination tournament.
4 balls is 20, so you can just take 4 out.
Pay the man, pay the man.
It's 20 for this is 20.
Yeah, remember there's 20 here, and it's easier to do your math. If you just take 4 out, it'll be 16. But you can do it any way you want, because you're a superstar. Okay, we're going to go to the big blind. Switch the cubes. Good rack. We got the big blind coming up for the next 3 racks. High value, 32 chips. I'll just take that in my pocket and get it out of there. We got a 4. We got a 4. We got another little number. Mika's disappointed. He likes to see big numbers come up because he's always a threat to break and run. But this is a 10-foot table, so nobody's got a lock on breaking and running, I don't think, in this game. But Mika does have an edge in the chip count now. Okay, we're playing for 4 chips. Once again, we're at the 2013 Super Billiards Expo. We're playing in the Diamond booth on their they recently manufactured 10 of these 10-foot by 5-foot tables. They retail for $10,000 each. There's one solid piece of gigantic slate on here, and they are pre-assembled at the warehouse. And that's the way they come, already assembled, and they are really, really heavy. Okay, Mika made the 1 ball, but he might have if you can see it, he's got a long cut shot on the 2 ball. And then shape on the 3 isn't going to be easy. Oh, he's going to play safe. And that did not work out the way he expected. You can tell by the look on his face. He's very disappointed in that. So here comes Johnny. Johnny's got it's not an easy shot on the 2 ball, and he's got to figure out a way to get back here for the 3. The 7 could mess him up. He's probably going to hit in the left corner, and the 7 ball is a threat to screw up his plans. Oh, he's doubling Mika. He's doubling Mika from 4 to 8. Mika accepts the bet. Mika says, let's gamble. Oh, so Johnny's going to hit in the right pocket now. That 7 scared him off. So he prefers a long shot on the 3. The next ball is the 5 ball. And once again, he's... Oh, yeah, you can move this up and down, but don't put it here because it's confusing. Okay. The 10 ball could be a problem for Johnny. It looks like he's going to draw it and keep it away from the 10 ball. Uh-oh. The draw made him dog it. So here comes Mika to the table, and I believe Mika's going to double him back. Yep, he's going to go from 8 to 16. He's going to make him pay for that mistake. And this is serious here. Johnny's contemplating whether to accept this double. Could go either way, folks. He could fold or he could take it. He's folding. He's folding. That's the strategy of this game. It's like poker. You minimize your bad hands and you maximize your good ones. That was not a good hand after he missed that shot in the corner. So that forced him to fold over to Mika. Second attempt at the big, second attempt, it was a big blind or third?
I think it was second.
Second. 8. We got 8. Mika is ahead in the chip count here, and I'm sure he's happy about that.
Check the gap between the...
Of course.
I don't want the 10 ball to go in.
Maybe it's where you're hitting it from. You want to finish it? You can make me re-rack as many times as you want. It appears to be. This is a racking system that is very popular in Asia and Japan. It involves 3 circular spots placed on the table. It allows you to rack them by hand, and these spots have the effect of forcing the balls in against each other. And Mika just made 5 balls on the break. 1, 2, 3. He made 4 balls on the break for 8 chips. And he's staring down the barrel of a 2-9 combination. He does not like it. Does not like it. 2-9. Making it won't get him anything but another turn. If it was 2-10, at least he'd have a chance to blow out the rack. But he made 4 balls on a rack, and he came up with a really lousy lead. So let's see what he can do here with some sort of magic safety. See if he can hide the 2-ball or something. Oh my God, he back cut the 2-ball in the other corner. What I'm gonna choke. What a back cut. What a back cut. That may be the shot that wins the match. Another back cut. Uh-oh, look outside pocket. He does not deserve this. Ooh, look at him jump. He knows it. He knows how close that was, but now he's got a backside bank on the 6-ball, and he is not happy about it. He may have to use the bridge. This is really nasty. It's the 3rd nasty situation in this rack. Mika does not want to give up his lead in chips. He's got about a 4-1 lead in chips almost, and there he did it. There he dogged the back cut. I thought he'd bank it down here. I thought it'd been a better shot because he might have had a 2-way shot and missed on the pro side and played a safety. Now Johnny's going to make him pay. Going to make him pay with a double, and it ain't even going to start to happen. So you win 8?
I win 8.
All right, pay the man. Pay the man. Pay the man. Okay, rack number 3 with the big blind. After this, we're going to go to the big dog, and that big dog can bite. One more with that one.
Johnny.
Okay, thanks, sir.
Pay the man. That's the first thing you do. Pay the man. All right. These guys aren't messing around. They're laying down when they don't want to take the risk, when the risk is too big. Okay, we got a spinner. We got a spinner, and we got a 16. We got a big number, which can be good or bad depending on who's going to win it or not. Really interesting way to rack. You don't, this may make racks obsolete, who knows? Okay, 16 chips. Johnny breaking. Johnny has been making 4 or 5 balls on a lot of breaks, and he needs to do that here because he's behind in the chip count. He makes 1, and that's it. But it's enough. He's got a clear shot with 1 ball down the side. 2 ball looking good, 3 ball looking good, 4 ball, 5 ball. This is a run out table here. This is a run out table. This will put Johnny closer. In fact, 16 chips will probably make the score about 50-50. Just as we go into the big dog. Now, if the score is 50 chips to 50 chips, and somebody rolls a 64 with the big dog, both players will be all in, and he's going to double Mika. And wait a minute. You're still in your inning. You broke. So you're still in your inning. So we're 16. Okay, he can't double. The rule is you roll to set the point for the number of chips, and then you break. And as long as you made a ball in the break, you are still in your inning, and you're not allowed to double unless it's at the beginning of an inning. So he cannot double. He's forced to try to run out 16. So that's the maximum he can win if he runs out. Of course, if he misses, things could get crazy, and that 16 could go to a 32 if Mika gets on the table. But this rack is very doable for 16. That'll make it basically 50 to 50, as I said before, when the big dog cube comes up. If anything is rolled other than the big dog, what'll happen is one player will win like 32 or 16, and he'll go in and he'll end up with a lead in chips. So we got something real exciting coming up. If Johnny runs this rack out, he's going to be hoping for a roll of 64, but maybe not. I mean, it'll put both players in equally, so there's really no advantage of him rolling a 64. He's probably better off rolling an 8 and try to chip away. The idea is to try to have 65 chips when the big dog is in play, so that you can survive a 64 roll. If you have 65 chips and the other guy has 35 chips, if a 64 comes up, he's all in, but you're not. All you need is one chip to stay alive. In poker, it's called a chip at a chair. Here, it's called a chip at a stick. You can be behind 99 to 1 and roll a 64 and run out and take the chip lead. So like Yogi Berra used to say, it ain't over till it's over. And in this game, it really ain't over until it's over. And right now, Johnny is in command. This is no easy cut shot on the 8, but I've seen him make lots harder. If he dogs this, it'll really be a heartbreaker. He doesn't know whether to hit it high or hit it low. This is very, very important. And he makes it and he brings it down the table for a perfect shape on the 10. Just like he's supposed to do. The Scorpion, Johnny Archer. Who, by the way, is a very, very nice fellow. All right, pay the man, pay the man. Where'd the chip go? Oh, the cube, all right. All right, boys. We're playing with the big dog. The big dog, here we go, Mika. 16. You guys are dead even with 50 chips, I think. Is that 50 chips each, right where we started. If they rolls a 64, they're going to both be all in. If he rolls a 64, they'll both be all in. Lose your break. Johnny crapped out. Johnny crapped out. And Mika rolls a 4. Mika is always perplexed when he rolls a small number in a big time moment, but there are 6 possibilities to roll. Right now, Mika should be very happy that he's at the table, even if it's only for four chips, because the alternative would have been Johnny at the table if he'd have got a chance to break, which he didn't because he crapped out with a lose your break. You never know when that little double lose your break is going to come up. And it just came up and reared its ugly head and caused Johnny to crap out. I know he hated it. Mika's inspecting the rack. It's a very important situation, so he's making sure there's... He keeps talking about the 10 ball sliding down in the right corner, and I'm not sure. Let's take a look at that 10 ball on his break and see what happens to it. He says it's been sliding down. Nope, he didn't do it that time. He's been saying it's been sliding down toward the right pocket, the right corner pocket, and I haven't noticed it, but I watched it this time and it didn't slide, so he got a good break and he is in a position to run out. But don't forget, this is a big foot table. This is a 10 foot by 5, and this really separates the men from the boys as far as pro players are concerned. And he just got a bad roll. Went a little too far. He would like to stay above it, but we'll see what he does with this. See if he can see the side pocket or not. Yes, he can. These pros can see things that us mortals can't see, I swear. They got eyes like hawks. All right. This 4 ball is in a very difficult spot. I don't know how he's gonna have to really slide it in there softly, and that's gonna make shape on the 5 really difficult. If he hits it too hard, it may not go. Wow, he rattled the pocket and still got it, managed to get it off the rail for the 5 ball. That was close. Now he's got to come back for the 6. This is not an easy run out. He's got to make the 5 and bring it back for the 6, which he did perfectly. Supernatural shape, folks, supernatural shape. I've seen him do it many times. Many times. He's having a conversation over there with one of the guys from Diamond. The guy he's talking to is the guy who levels these tables. I don't know about the 10-footer, but the 9-footer has 22 points of leveling. And this guy over there is the one that does it. He's a genius as far as leveling tables goes. And I can assure you this table is super level. There we go. Mika runs out, assuming he cracks this 10 ball and picks up a 4-point edge, which means an 8 chip edge actually on Johnny.
So it's a clear? What is it? Clear. It's got a clear path. The backing's clear. Like I got a backing on mine. Clear path.
All right, here we go. Here comes the big dog again. 16. Mika likes this number. This is a great number for Mika. A great number. He's not risking all in, but he has a chance to build his chip lead. This is the best number that Mika could have rolled. And I think he knows it. I think he's jacked. I think he's excited. He rolled the perfect number. He's not in jeopardy. He can afford to lose 16 chips and still have a decent stack. But if he wins these 16 from Johnny, he's going to be in a commanding situation. But don't forget, there's always that big dog 64. Take a look. I'm doing a little housekeeping here. It's a good idea to keep your chip channels full, so you know exactly how many chips you have. This is Mika has a 4-chip lead, I think. That's how tight this game is. We played about 9 racks so far, and it's almost 50-50. Mika has a slight lead. So these guys are grinding. It's a dog fight, a big dog fight. All right, he may go for the 10 here. I wonder. He's thinking about it. Hair him off the 2 into the 10. No, he didn't. He went for the 2. But Johnny does not have a clear shot with the 2. He will have to play safe. He can't make it in the side pocket, and the 4 is blocking the left-hand corner, so He's got to engineer a safety here. Let's see how he does it. Gonna hide it behind a 3 and the 4. Tough safety. We may have a safety battle going on here for a while, but this is Mika's looking at a 2-rail kick shot. He's looking at all the angles. His brain is working overtime right now, figuring this out. And he is gonna try a 2-rail kick shot, or maybe more than that. No, he was gonna try a 3 or 4 rail, which surprises me. So he's a ball in hand for Johnny now. Now the cube is on 16. It would not surprise me to see Johnny raise it. Johnny can win this rack without even shooting, because I think if he raises, Mika will fold. Even though the 3 ball is tied up, that's probably what's going to keep him from raising. So he's just going to probably check and shoot, because that 3 ball is a problem, a big problem. It would be really something if Johnny could bring it around, but it's not worth raising for him. Not worth raising. He's got to bring it down above the 6 to have a shot at it. Let's see how he tries it. Look at this. And he did not do it. He laid it right up against the 3. He's going to have to play safe again. And if he doesn't play safe correctly, Mika's going to make him pay with a double. You can bet on that. But he's going to probably leave Mika in the same position that he was just in. Tough. He's just as tough. He's on the bottom rail instead of the top rail, but it's just as tough a position. But Mika can clearly see the 3 ball, so he will be able to make contact. He will not scratch like he did the last time. But the question is, how good a safe can he play? How good a safe? Because if he doesn't play safe, Johnny's likely to double him and win without even finishing the rack. So we'll see what happens here. Oh my God, he scratched. That's the worst possible thing he could have done. I'd bet $100 that Johnny's going to double him right now. Maybe, oh, Johnny's not going to double him. Maybe Johnny's not thinking of doubling. Maybe Johnny's new to the game and he doesn't realize he can do it. I think it's a big missed opportunity for Johnny not to double right here, because I think Mika would lay down. I think he's forgotten to double. This is a big mental error. A big mental error, because he could have won the rack without shooting a ball. Right, buddy? Yeah, I was just talking about that, yeah. Big mental error. This is the first time he's played competitively. I just taught him a couple hours ago, you know? So Mika has the edge as far as experience in this. And it showed that time. He could have won that rack without shooting. By doubling. He still doesn't realize it. And it's not like he'll when he sees the replays he will, but I can't tell him, so that wouldn't be fair. So Josh, how you been winning today? I'm talking to my friend Josh here. He and I played a match last night that we taped on Inside Pool, and it'll be on the YouTube. He spotted me the 5 and the 7 ball, and that helped me make it close, but in the end the better player won out, which was Josh. Okay, Johnny. Whoa, oh, he rattled that ball. He looks like he's left himself really tough. A back cut on the 10 ball in the bottom left corner, and this is nasty. This is nasty, nasty, nasty. And you can see he's thinking hard about it. It is definitely a back cut. It is nothing else. And he's got to turn white loose to do it. A pro shot. post shot. Nice shot, Johnny. Excellent. Wow, you guys, making me nervous. I need a drink and a cigarette. But we can't take a break now, can we, Mika?
16?
Yep. Pay the man. Pay the man. Little housekeeping again. These guys are so intent on the game, they don't remember to keep their chips stacked nice and neat. For the spectators. Oh, I'm sorry. 32. Okay, it's a big roll, but it does not put Mika all in. And the situation right now is that Johnny has a chance to break and run and go way ahead in the chip count. However, if he doesn't break and run and Mika comes back to the table, Mika will have a chance to come back.
10-7.
All right, these guys are getting particular about the rack now, as well they should, but these racks are really tight. They're really tight using this Asian system. I call it the no rack because there's no rack. Kaboom. Oh, in the hole. Scratched in the side pocket. I know right now Mika's going to double. I'm going to turn my back on the table. I'm going to come back and he has doubled. I know he's going to. But maybe not. He doesn't want to risk being all in. If he doubles, he's the one all in, so he probably isn't going to double. There's no point in putting himself all in when he doesn't have to. So this is the right move. It's crazy to put yourself all in, especially with a 9 or 10 balls out there on a 10-foot table. You'd have to really be crazy aggressive to do that. All right, so he's checking, he's shooting. Mika jacked up over the 3, makes the 2 ball, and he's got eyes on the 3. 4 ball shouldn't be a problem. He can make that in 3 different pockets. He just has to pick the one he wants to make it in. It looks like it's going to be the corner. 5's a little messed up, but it's reachable. There it is, perfect on the 5. He'll probably hit a little low English hit. I don't know if he'll try to move the 7 or not. Probably try not to move the 7 because you don't want to. Oh, he did move the 7, but he didn't get it too close to 10, so he's all right. Got the 6 ball. Probably just stop it and come back to the 7. Might draw a little bit. Just drew it a little bit to straighten it out. Hope it's not too straight to come back on that 8. The 10 ball could be a problem. See if he can move it around the 10. He's gonna draw it. Yep, look at that. Perfectly done. I'll tell you what, these guys get in a rhythm and they're just in a zone. They're just in a zone. But sometimes the smallest thing can break their concentration too. So this is a game of physical and mental and spiritual skills, no doubt. Okay, looks like he's going to finish this track off and get himself 32 points and take a major chip lead. Well done, Mika. Pay the man, pay the man.
36.
How much?
32. 32, sir. It's exciting, isn't it? Nerve-wracking. Oh, he's gonna make Mika count all the chips. This could be a psych out here. This could be a psych out going on here, making Mika count all the chips. There's an easy way to stack these up so there's no counting needed, but I think we're seeing a little gamesmanship here by Johnny Archer. But Mika's happy to get those chips any way he can get them. Look, he's making sure he's got them. The way it works, if you don't count the chips properly, if you're shorted anything,
32. You're trying to give me 34. That's 32 already.
an honest man. Johnny was so confused and probably upset that he was paying out all those chips, he actually gave Mika 2 extra ones. But Mika, being the gentleman that he is, told Johnny about it and gave him back. Now here's a rule on chips in casino billiards. It's the winner's responsibility to make sure that the loser pays him the correct amount of chips. Once he puts them in the chip rack, it's too late to complain about it. So if he gets shorted, it's too late. 16. Perfect roll for Mika. Not too many, not too few. He's not at risk because he's in the chip lead. He's got a pretty good groove going. He feels good about himself. And he's in the perfect position here. And I got a feeling the way these guys are playing, we may see a rematch in the very near future. We'll see. All right, how am I doing here? You like it? All right, 16. It's a dog fight. It's a dog fight with the big dog cube. He makes the ball on the break. He makes 2 balls on the break. And he has a lousy shot on the 2. It's a lousy, lousy, lousy lead. Not only is the 2 a lousy shot, but the 10 and the 4 make it even worse. So my guess is he's going to try and figure out some way to play safe. He'll probably push the 2 in the 10 and bring the cue ball down here and try to hide it between the 5 and the 7. I can only imagine doing that because I could never pull it off myself. No, he's just going to touch it in there and, yep. Just makes it nasty. Just makes it nasty. See what Johnny's got up his sleeve here. He's going to make it nasty too. May even make it nastier. He's got to hit the 2 ball and cause another ball to go to be driven to the rail in order for it to be a legal safety. If he doesn't, it'll be a scratch. So you can bet that Mika's got a close eye on what's going to happen here. We don't have a referee per se in this game, but these two guys are gentlemen. And as you saw when Mika gave chips back to Johnny that he overpaid him, these guys aren't going to cheat each other in any way, shape, or form. They're professionals and gentlemen at all times. This is a real safety battle here. And here we go again. He put the 2 right back where it was. This is going to be tough for Johnny because he's going to have to kick. He cannot see the 2. He's going to have to kick. And he's going to have to avoid hitting the 4 or the 10 first. This is very close, and everybody over in that corner is up watching. This is critical. Of course, even if he gets the ball in hand, if he hits it softly enough, the 2 could still be jammed up no matter what. Nope, foul. Now that is 1 foul. We're playing 3 foul rules. So Mika has ball in hand, and he will undoubtedly try and put Johnny in a position where he's on 2 fouls. but I don't know how he's going to do it. We'll see. We'll see. I'm surprised he's putting the cue ball that far away. He's taking an intentional foul, and he has put that 9 ball in a position where it may be impossible for Johnny to hit it. I don't think there's enough space between the 4 and the 9. That was a hell of a play. I never thought of that. Intentional foul, moving the 9 ball into the, and there is no way physically for Johnny to hit the 2 ball first. So Johnny's going to have to take an intentional foul. What Johnny needs to do is avoid getting on 2 fouls in a situation where Mika can hide him again, because then it'll be 3 fouls and he'll lose the rack. This is very, very interesting. And so he's going to intentionally foul too with a 9 ball and see if he can put Mika in the same situation that he was just in, where it's impossible to see the 2 ball. You rarely see this in pool. This is a real cat and mouse game. So he's going to intentionally foul. Oh, he tried to freeze the cue ball. Oh no, it's a foul. Okay, so Mika has the ball. So what's Mika going to do? Johnny's on 2 fouls. Mika's going to try to leave the cue ball behind the 4 and bring the cue ball down around here in the left corner and make it nearly impossible for Johnny to see, and he did not do it. Johnny can see the 2 ball, but he's got to hit over the 7, and the 2 ball is not frozen on the rail, so Johnny should be able to get out of that situation. I know. Johnny should be able to get out of the situation if he can hit the 2 ball first. And he does. Johnny escapes the 2 foul in an unbelievable safety battle. Well played, gentlemen. Quite interesting. Wow, 3 intentional fouls. No. 3 intentional fouls to battle that safety battle. You almost never see that. Most pool players wouldn't even think to do that. And after all that, Mika dogs the 2 ball in the right-hand corner. So that's he's taking that shot over in his mind right now. He hates it. He's disappointed. But it's a big opening for Johnny, because Johnny needs some of Mika's chips. Johnny needs some of Mika's chips. And he is not in the mood to double after that safety battle. 5 and a 7 are a problem. He's got some issues here. He's got to come back somehow on that to get on that 4 ball on the rail. It's a very difficult shape shot. He may be straight in on the 3, or may have just a very little angle. He's up top of it, if anything. He's not below it. So that's good. But the potential of him driving the cue ball into the 8, 5, or 7 is, oh, he missed them all. What draw. What draw. Amateur pool players never make that shot. They don't have the control to do that kind of a draw. Gonna slide it up the rail. Come down here. Now we've got a very difficult 5 ball shot. I don't think he can cut it without hitting the 7. So he is going to play it in the side corner. This is almost an impossible cut bank. And he doesn't make it. But it's a 2-way shot. He leaves it up at the end of the table and he hides it behind a 7. So Mika is hooked. Hooked in a big way. You guys are tough, aren't they? All those intentional fouls, that was wild. Once again, every match we film with Casino Billiards ends up being so intense. There's so much pressure on every shot, and Mika cannot get to the 5. He's taking the shot over again in his head. He does that a lot. He wants to know why he missed. Why he missed. And he is disappointed. So Johnny's at the table. He's not raising. He's not raising. These guys have been through some shaky times here, and I think that both of their confidence levels are been a little shaken after the last couple of racks. There's a lot of pressure on these guys. I mean, it's only $300, but these guys don't like to lose even 10 bucks to each other. Can you imagine what this game would be like if it was worth $20,000? These guys would be twitching and shaking and keying down their legs. Who knows? Who knows what, huh? Oh, Josh? Did I say that on the air? Edit that, Brian, edit that. Or don't. Okay, Johnny's up there and he's left himself a tough cut on the 9. Not that he can't do it, but it's going to send Whitey a little bit wild if he isn't careful. You got to hit just the right speed, and of course he does exactly that. They got the chip racks way down here out of the way. They want the table cleared. It's a very important shot. Johnny needs these chips badly. This is going to bring it just about even again. This is unbelievable. This is going to go until somebody rolls a 64 and runs out. It's going to take a 64 with both these guys all in to make anything conclude here. It's just a question of when it's going to happen. Pay the man, 16. You guys are awesome. You guys are really awesome, Johnny. This is a real treat. Is that 16? Why aren't you doing 4 stacks of 4?
It's not. It's 5 and 3.
It's 16.
5, 5, 3, 3.
Oh, okay.
I took it from a stack.
11 and 11, is that for luck? Who knows, right? Okay. Thank you for housekeeping. Well, we're only a few short shy of being dead even again. So a 64 will put both these guys in, all in. All right, Johnny. 16. You guys are just playing around. Now, I know for a fact that Mika is very happy that he did not roll a 64. You want to be at the table breaking when you have that 64 out there in this situation. Now the interesting thing here is the 16 will put one of these players in a position where they have more than 64 chips, which will make them safe from the big dog 64. So this is a very important rack because what it does is it gives security against a 64 chip run out by whoever is in the next rack. So this is an important 16 chips. Here comes the 9 ball, and it doesn't make it, but he made the 8 ball up in the other corner. All right, this is going to be a push. All right, in casino billiards, when there's a push involved, the inning does not change. In other words, if Mika ends up taking this shot, it doesn't mean he can raise. He cannot raise. He's still in the original inning. The only time the inning changes is after the break and or push are completed, and then the next player up will have the option to double if they want to. And this was unbelievable. Unbelievable bang. Now Johnny's sitting down because he knows he's going to be there for a while. Mika just made an incredible pressure cut bank. That was beautiful. Now he's got to worry about getting on the 3, which is going to be difficult. We'll see how he does it with left spin, and he put so much spin on it that he missed the 2 ball. But he got lucky. He hit himself behind the 5. Very, very lucky roll. Mika's acting like he's got a stiff right elbow there. He's a little bit like shaking his head, shaking his shoulders. He's stiff, he's tight, he's shaking it off. Johnny makes the hit on the 2. So and it keeps rolling, and now Mika can see the 2. So Johnny attempted to hide it behind the 3, 7, and the 10, but it just leaked out there a little bit for Mika to see the edge of it and get a safe hit. But a safe hit isn't enough. He's got to hide the cue ball from that 2, so that Johnny has a difficult time driving it to a rail for a safe. This is going to require incredible speed and a very soft touch of the 2 ball. Oh no! Oh my God! He back cut it. I didn't even see that. Didn't think it was possible. Never thought about it. Amazing shot, but he left himself nothing. He can maybe barely see the edge of the 3, and I don't think that can be cut. I think that's impossible. He can't see enough of it. But then I missed that last time. These guys can do stuff that I don't even think about doing. Okay, he's bringing the one ball back up the table, and looks like he has hid the cue ball behind the 5 and the 10 and the 7. Johnny's going to have to be really creative this time, getting that cue ball around there to make a good hit. And he's got to drive the cue ball down on the table. If he comes up the back side of it, he might hit it, but it won't drive it to a rail. And he missed it completely. It'll be ball in hand for Mika, and I see a double coming. And that will force Johnny to probably fold. Oh, he ain't taking it. Which is the right call. All right, so Mika wins the important 16 without even shooting his final shot. And pay the man, 16. 16, pay the man. Wow, you guys. Wow.
The dice.
You guys are scary. $32.
There you go.
Okay. Let me do a chip count here. 20, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You have 31 chips. You are all in. Johnny is all in by 1 chip. Those 1 chip racks count. He's all in and you're not. Because you had a 1 rack chip. One. That's the only time that can happen, when you have 1 point in an early small blind rack. That's how tough this match has been when you got that 1 chip difference. I told you guys.
I'm not gambling for a lot, but he's all in.
I know you're broken. He's not. Yeah.
Right? I don't have to gamble at all. I think he's all in.
Yeah. Right. No, you're. He's all in and you're not. That's all you can say. I mean. Yeah. That's the best position to be in. That's the best position to be in. This has been an exciting match. No matter who wins, I'm telling you, you guys have played awesome. You made some incredible moves. That safety battle was legendary. I think everybody's going to be watching that on YouTube. Okay, 32. Johnny's all in by 1 chip. When you're all in by 1 chip, that just proves that the early racks and the 5 ball goes at the last second. So things are looking good for Mika now. He's got a chance to run out. You can see the 1 ball. The balls are spread out pretty good. He's motivated to end this right now. He will not be doubling. because he doesn't need to. He doesn't want to give Johnny the chance to win 64 chips, which could happen if he does not run out. So Mika is super motivated to run this rack out. We'll see if he can do it. One ball down, looking good on the 2. Now Mika knows he can run this out, and he knows he'll win the match if he does it. But knowing that, still there's a lot of pressure on him to actually do it. A lot of pressure. Because if he doesn't do it, he's going to get hammered with a double, and he's going to have to lay down when he was just a hair away from winning, which will not make him happy. So looking good here. He's got to get on the 4 somehow. I mean, he's a good enough player to do it. He'll probably hit it low right. That's what I would do. I hit it low right and bring it around, but he may play it high left and just force it back down for a shot in the corner on the 4. Let's take a look and see what he does. He can backspin it like better than just about anybody, and he's debating. He's going to hit it low right. He's going to bring it around a couple rails. Oh, he hit the 7 ball. That is not good. That is not good. That is not good. But he got away with it. He touches the 7 or the 9. But this gives him a much more difficult shot. It's a back cut up in the corner. He knows it's not easy. The next shot is at the opposite end of the table, the 6 ball. So he's got a real problem making the shot and getting shape back down on this end of the table. This is not easy, and he jacked up over the 9. This is amazing. And he makes it. And he leaves himself an open shot. This is like a spot shot, like a short shot spot shot. It's a natural shape for the 7. If he hits it at the right speed, he knows it. He can't play safe. He has to make it. He will be cutting this into the my left, your right corner. That is what he has to do. He's actually made harder cut shots of this than the match. This is not the hardest cut he's ever made. It's like a short spot shot. And he dogs it. He dogs it. And let's see if he gets lucky and can hide it behind the 10. That is his only hope. And he got very lucky and hit it hit the cue ball behind the 10. That was pure luck and luck of the roll. So Johnny doesn't know it, but the move for Johnny right now is to automatically double because he's already all in, and the smart move is for him to double to 64, but he's inexperienced in this game because he only learned to play it a few hours ago, and he does not yet understand that what? I'm sorry?
Or jump cues allowed.
Yeah, I made no rule against that, so I can't say you can't do it. What's the rule over there? Because what we've basically been doing is playing by the same rules. We've been playing by the same rules as Alan's 10-ball tournament. So whatever rule over there applies here. All right, that was a question about the jump cue status, whether Johnny Archer could use a jump cue, and what we're doing is we're using the same rules as in the Diamond 10-ball Open event, which these guys have both played in. So Johnny is going to jump it with his jump cue. So, and he does make a clean hit, but he does not make it, and the ball is drifting up the top of the table, and I cannot tell. I'm going to look around the corner here to see if the ball will clear the 7. And it does by the skinniest of margins. He's going to have to cheat the pocket to cut it in there. He's going to have to cheat the pocket, and wow, what a tough position to be in. What a tough position to be in. Thank God Johnny hasn't doubled Mika like he should have done. Oh my God, he cut it. He made it. Wow. Wow. He cut that. He only had 3/4 of the pocket to do that in. That was sweet. That was unbelievably sweet. And oh boy, well, that helped him. That helped him. He didn't want that to hit it, but it helped him. Making 2 shots away, 2 pretty easy shots away from wrapping this up. Win $300, which is not that big a deal, except this is for pride. And these guys both have an abundance of that. And perfect shape for the 10 ball. And Mika is very relieved to take this home. Put the chips in gracefully, like I taught you. Put the chips in gracefully, like I taught you.
Okay.
All right? all at once. Great match, you guys. Really great. Really great. You guys are awesome. All right, I want everybody to know, after watching that match, that Johnny Archer, I just taught him that game in a 20-minute session just before we played that match. That's the first time he ever played it. That's how easy this game is to learn, and how well you can play it in just 15 minutes, right, Johnny?
Yeah, it's pretty easy, pretty fun. Yeah.
Now, Mika has a lot more experience. He won our championship last year at this event.
Right.
So he really had a big edge on as far as experience with the casino billiards, but you guys were like dead even on skills.
Mm-hmm.
You
Close
were
match,
amazing.
yeah. That was
The
a good
back
one.
cuts he made,
Mm-hmm.
you made some unbelievable shots too under pressure. That one safety series where you both fouled intentionally like 89 times. That was, I never seen that happen before. That was great. What do you think of the What do you think of the format, Johnny?
Yeah, it's something something you can play with your friends and something fun. You can play competition with it. So yeah, it's just something different. Kind of mix it up a little.
So you give it an A, B, or C?
A-.
Okay, cool. What's your grade?
No, I mean I love it. It's fun. Winning is fun.
Yeah, winning's always fun.
No offense, Johnny. No,
Yeah, if I'd have won, I might have get an A.
but yeah, no.
You won a little bit of both our money today.
I like that the pressure it changes. You know, the other guy could be a chip leader, and all of a sudden you're gonna have a dramatic
It did change hands
shift
a
of
couple
momentum.
times, yeah.
So and it's not really over till it's over. So that's the whole thing. I mean, go down to your last chip, and you can still turn it around.
Thanks for both being here. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Appreciate the opportunity of meeting you and teaching you the game.
Thank you
First
very
time
much.
we've actually met.
Thank you.
You,
very much.
we're old hat by now. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much.